Hi, welcome to SKD Jewelry Design courses. So in this tutorial, we'll be understanding the user interface of Matrixgold version 2.2. Now, next to the main menu here, which is towards the extreme left corner, we can see a ribbon bar. Now these ribbon bar have all the commands or categories from which you can draw your design or your model. So these are separated into categories as we can see, like the curve, the surface, solid, tools, gems, settings, cutters, and many more. Now if you observe that each category will create a certain kind of object. For example, if I click on curve, you will see that this category we have all the commands which are associated and can be used to make a curve. Similarly, if we click on surface, then we have all the commands that are needed to make a surface here, and same goes for the rest of the menus. Now if you see that some of the commands, they have a small triangle or the flyout, that means that you have many more variations now of the same command. At the top right here, you can see a search bar. In case you want to find any command which is not visible here, you can always type the command. For example, if I want to group my objects, I am going to write group. So here it will give you the options that has the word group in it. Going back to the previous layout, you can simply close this. Here below you can see a ribbon bar which is highlighted in white here. So these are the Rhino menus, and it consists of the same commands and categories as that of Matrixgold. You can see that we have the curve category here, we have the curve category here. Similarly, surface, we have the surface category. Here also if you click, you'll have all the commands associated to make a surface. Now, how to get this Rhino ribbon bar, I have already explained in the previous video. At the bottom, we have the command line. Here, we can input the type of command you want, and a command prompt will appear. For example, if I want to make a circle, I'm simply going to write C, and you will see a kind of directory opens up, and if I want to make a circle, I can click on it, and then the command prompt will appear like this, and we can randomly click and make a circle. Next, you can see that just above the command line, we have the command history tab, which displays the previous command that we have taken. As in this case, I made a circle, so it is showing me the previous command which I had taken. Now at the bottom left here of the program, we have the status bar. This status bar here shows the version of your software and the title of your current project. Since I have not saved my file, hence it is written untitled. Next, here you can see the modeling aids such as grid snap, ortho, planar, and so on. To the right here, we have the scaling slide for the user interface. That means you can increase and decrease the screen of your user interface. Next, we have the viewports. So as you can see, the top, front, right, and perspective, these are the 4 viewports visible. These are the working area, or as you can see, the graphic area. Here, each viewport will have their coordinate planes X, Y, and Z axes. As you can see, the top, front, and right viewports, they only show 2 axes, which are the X and Y, the X and Z, and the Y and the Z. However, if we look at the perspective, it shows us the 3 axes. That means if we make a model, we will only be able to see the two dimensions in the top, front and right. Whereas in the perspective, we will be able to see all the three dimensions. Now to clarify further, dimensions means the length, width and the height or thickness. To explain it better, let me make a box. So I'm randomly going to make a box in the top view, and here I have the height. Now we can only see the length and the width, the thickness and the width and the length and the thickness here. Whereas in the perspective we can see all the three: length, width and the thickness. Let me put this in shaded here. Whereas if I put all these in shaded, we can only see the two axes. I hope the viewports are clear. We can always change the background of the viewport. I have already shared a tutorial earlier. You can refer to that tutorial. Let us see how we can pan a viewport. Sometimes when you are working in CAD, what happens is that our working area goes off center, as I am showing you now. To bring it towards the center, the best way is to press and hold right mouse button of your mouse and simply slide it towards the center. So you just need to press and hold your right mouse button and drag it towards the center. This will help you only to pan in the top, front and right view. However, if you want to pan in the perspective view, you need to press the shift key of your keyboard. Press and hold the shift key of your keyboard, I am repeating, and then press and hold the right mouse button of your mouse. If you simply press and hold the right mouse button without pressing and holding the shift key, it will rotate the viewport in perspective and not pan. I hope that is clear, that if you want to pan in the top, front and right viewports, you simply need to press and hold the right mouse button and drag it. Whereas if you want to pan in the perspective, you have to press the shift key on your keyboard and keep pressing it, press and hold, and then press your right mouse button and drag. Another way to bring all the viewports towards the center for better visibility is, let me first take it randomly, I'm just going to put it anywhere and zoom out. Okay, so these things are going to happen if you are a beginner. So we can just click on this small triangle or flyout here and then go to viewport layout and click on 4 viewports. So they will come back to their original positions. Also, if you want to zoom in or zoom out, we can simply use the center scroll, that scroll wheel that you have in your mouse, to zoom in and zoom out. So you can scroll towards you for zoom out and away from you to zoom in all the viewports. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more updates.